I had just inherited $11 million and hurried home to share the news with my husband, but a terrible accident landed me in the hospital. I thought I'd survived the ultimate betrayal when my husband declared me dead and married someone else while I was still fighting for my life in a hospital bed. But the real shock, the one that truly shattered my world, was who his new wife turned out to be. My name is Morgan, and at 35, I certainly never expected to inherit $11 million from my estranged uncle, James. I was driving home that day absolutely buzzing with excitement, ready to tell my husband, Eric, the life-changing news. Our lives were about to turn around, I just knew it. That's when my world literally crashed around me. I woke up in the hospital, my body a battlefield of broken bones and searing pain. Hours bled into days, and Eric, he never showed. When I finally managed to reach him by phone, his words cut deeper than any injury. But even that couldn't prepare me for the moment I saw him walk into my hospital room with his new wife, only for her to look at me and scream those impossible words. This is how my life fell apart, and then, miraculously, came back together in ways I never imagined. My relationship with Uncle James was always complicated. He was my father's older brother, but they had a massive falling out decades ago over the family business. The rift was so deep, our families barely acknowledged each other, even at the rare holiday gatherings. Yet, I had these vivid, fond memories of visiting his sprawling countryside estate as a child. Those visits felt magical. Uncle James, this imposing man, would show me his rare book collection and tell incredible stories of his business adventures abroad. He was a self-made millionaire, a legend in our small town, but his personal life seemed so empty. He never married, never had kids, just threw himself into his work. What I didn't know then was that he'd been secretly keeping tabs on me all these years. "You remind me of myself at your age," he once told me when I was 12. Smart, stubborn, not afraid to speak your mind. After I graduated college and moved away, he started sending me birthday cards and letters. I'd respond politely, briefly, not sure how to bridge that massive family divide. His letters were mundane sometimes, but full of business insights and always a quiet curiosity about my life. I never realized he was carefully, deliberately building a connection with me, the niece he barely knew. 6 months before the accident, a distant cousin called with devastating news. Uncle James had advanced heart disease. I knew I had to go. Seeing him in that hospital room, so frail, a shadow of the larger-than-life figure I remembered, it was heartbreaking. But his eyes lit up when I walked in. "Morgan," he whispered, "I always knew you'd come back." That first visit blossomed into weekly ones. We talked about everything, philosophy, politics, life, making up for lost time. We never mentioned the feud with my father. It was a silent agreement to start fresh. Life is too short for grudges, he told me during one of our last conversations. I learned that lesson too late. 3 months later, he passed away peacefully in his sleep. I mourned him, truly, more deeply than I ever expected to. And then there was Eric. Our love story began 7 years ago at an art exhibition. I was there for a piece I was writing for a local magazine. Eric was one of the featured artists, his abstract paintings drawing so much attention. He had this incredible confidence, a magnetic passion when he spoke about his work. "Art is about seeing the world differently," he'd said during our interview. "Finding beauty in chaos." We started dating, and within a year, we were married in a small, perfect ceremony. We couldn't afford lavish, but it was us. Eric was determined to make it as an artist, and I, completely in love, supported his dream with everything I had. I took a stable job at an advertising agency to keep us afloat while he pursued galleries and commissions. Full story on the channel link below. Click now and watch what happened next.